1, go!
Welcome.
What's up?
I think, there we go, I can hear the sounds of my voice and I can hear the sweet sounds of 64. Now, it's so funny to me, like, every other game has its own sound, but this game, every hit is like bowling balls and bowling pins.
Yeah, that's
So
a
it's
very
very
way to
close.
describe it.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Actually, you know, if we're talking about what's really beautiful, I have to compliment Ybombb. I mean, right there, kind of flubbing a bit on the recovery, but what I'm really impressed with, especially whenever I got to play him, was just his integration of teleport into his neutral game. I mean, it's absolutely spectacular. Rest won't be enough to take the stock. We're going to see Vwls with a second shot here. Now, your thoughts real quick on the matchup between Puff and Falcon. Who do you think it favors if you feel like it's even footing?
Yeah, usually Jigglypuff is supposed to have the advantage, but Vwls is kind of making that, you know, wrong by playing so well right now.
He's doing a great job, and of course, one of the main things that makes this matchup so tough for Falcon is it's a lot harder for him to get a lot of his 0 to deaths. Whereas with Puff, if you're just able to get that one grab, more likely than not, you're going to be able to get the stock off. However, what we've been seeing is the punish game has been stronger from Vwls so far than it has been for Ybombb. So now Ybombb is in a situation where he can either clean up his punish game or maybe try to find ways to have a bit more slippery of a neutral game to prevent Vwls from actually getting those punishes. But so far, Vwls, no trouble at all, nearly sealing the stock there with that Falcon dive. Ybombb, wow! Threading the needle there.
That was a good recovery.
And a great punish as well, and look how
Stays on the
close he
stage,
was.
he could have fell out.
Holding onto that shield. And just the great decision making here.
Oh, this could be a
Vwls
stock.
overextension, and now we see Ybombb with a perfect opportunity. Vwls, however, popping out only to get hit by a lot of these up airs. Nair's going to put him in a very rough spot, and what looked like a perfect game for Vwls is now seeming drastically different. I mean, he's on his last
by 2
stock.
stocks, and now he's down by 1. This could be a stock. Is he going to rest? Oh, okay. Plays it safe.
Playing it really safe, but not safe enough. Vwls will get the dive, but he's not going to get the game.
1 zip.
And that's what I've noticed from Ybombb as well. The early and mid game, you can kind of keep up with him, but then he just turns it on. Like when I played against Ybombb, I actually took, I think, the first 2 stocks. And that was all the stocks I took for the entire game. He just turned it on.
Just like a turned around 5 stock, eh?
Yeah.
I play Ybombb a lot too, and he tends to build his game, you know. He progresses and he figures you out.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're losing, you know.
It's in Street Fighter, there's a very famous mantra, which is the first round is just data. And I think that Ybombb kind of falls under that mantra as well, where the first stocks, it's just data. He's just downloading you slowly, steadily. Right now, though, Vwls, he's unfazed.
Nice down air.
He's still in it. He's still up a stock, but I want to see if he can keep this lead throughout the end game and not just in the early game.
Ybombb likes to call, you know, sometimes it's a mind game when you try and go easy on your opponent, and you kind of make them think that you're full of openings. So sometimes you'll play very high-level mind games. He calls it false confidence, where you think like, oh, I'm doing so well, but then you get overconfident and it's all downhill from there, you know?
Yeah, it's like whenever you play a match and you're thinking, okay, I have no chance to beat this guy, and then all of a sudden you're beating this guy, you have this wind in your sails. But when it's all just fake and it's all just planted there, the blow is just so much more crushing whenever all the momentum gets taken away from you. Speaking of momentum being taken away, Vwls gets that stock taken away with a beautiful combo from Ybombb. He's going to be able to even things up, but here comes Vwls. Going for the Falcon dive there. I thought he might have had an opportunity maybe to use his double jump and get a down air. But that option with the Falcon dive is guaranteed damage and positioning, whereas Ybombb maybe would have had a chance to smash DI very hard and possibly make it back onto the stage if he chose the dare. Here's the dare now. Into the Falcon punch! Vwls! You monster! I'm going to be looking under my bed for Vwls tonight. That was just absolutely disgusting.
Vwls is known for his fancy combos. Very popular in the Toronto scene for his highlight reel.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I hadn't heard of Vwls until this moment. I am already a fan.
Lots of people are a fan, for good reason. This is a rest combo though.
Yeah, that hurts so much.
And the same thing that happened in the last match, you know, Vwls was up 2 stocks in this one, and then the same thing happened, now he's down 1.
And that was so unfortunate. The edge shield coming into play. Ybombb getting out of a sticky situation, turns it around, and gets a beautiful punish. 114, and that's going to be all she wrote. 2-0 so far for Ybombb. One more game, and he's advancing to grand finals.
So do you think Vwls can make the 3-0 comeback? Or is Ybombb going to take this one and end it?
It's so hard for me to say. On one hand, we look at the very beginning of each one of these games, and Vwls just has so much promise. So much promise, but
so much
it
hope.
goes back to the style that Ybombb sort of plays. I feel like he's one of the most cerebral players in the 64 scene. He's just always thinking about the neutral game as a whole.
Stays on the edge again.
Exactly.
You know, I die a lot on those rests when I try that. But
You know, he just has that presence of mind. He just knows what works and what won't. That's what makes him such a dominant player in this scene. But beyond all of that, I really
guard situation. Yeah.
Ooh.
That was so tricky. I thought he was dead there.
Very smart recoveries from Ybombb. Certainly unorthodox. It actually works out.
All right, so it's all tied up. Yeah, Ybombb is known for doing the most unorthodox things you've ever seen. Very unpredictable.
Yeah, you know, he's so good at using all of Jigglypuff's tools, right? I see a lot of puffs, especially like in the mid-level, think, okay, I just need to get a down air, and that's it. But really, the fact that you're going to be seeing Ybombb getting openings from almost every single aerial, every single grab makes it so you can tell that this is somebody who is so well-versed and so tied to this character.
You'll even see him bust out jabs sometimes. You know, he makes use of every move, weak or strong. The only move you might not see is the Zing, because it has a lot of delay after, so you're going to get punished big time, but
Against Falcon in particular, that Zing can open you up sometimes to some really disgusting punishes.
yeah, I mean, if you don't mash out quickly enough, it could actually be. So the back airs, neutral airs.
Foul. Oh,
And
again.
He uses that reverse back air, which is really interesting. It's not very common.
Yeah, it looks like it has a little bit of that set knockback to it, and so Ybombb has like a guaranteed follow-up of sorts, like either an air or a forward air to pull the stock out. Wow, teleport rest!
That's going to cost him.
And wow, Vwls.
I guess that's some of the stuff you were seeing when you were playing him, man. Look at that reverse back air.
See, that's what I'm seeing for whenever I was playing Ybombb, was he doesn't need to go and get those kills, but he does it anyways just to send the message, just to get in your head all that much more.
It might look unnecessary, but, you know, it can totally mess up Vwls' confidence by doing that, you know.
He still has a very level head. He still managed to bring this down to the last stocks.
You could bring this back. You never know. One grab, one long combo.
For Ybombb, this grab could mean the entire series. Up air strings, not going to get the follow-up, but has enough time to chase Vwls down with another up air. Oh, the pound is going to bring Vwls back for some more punishment, but the up smash coming out so quick, and now it's Vwls' turn to maybe turn the tide. Ooh, he was ready for that tech towards, but not quite there with the punish. Vwls, maybe he has a shot here, 134%. He cannot afford a single mistake from this point onwards.
Yeah, he's got to win the neutral here.
Oh, beautiful edge shield sequence from Ybombb. The up air!
Oh, it doesn't kill.
It doesn't even matter. Even if that was a star KO.
Yeah, it would have outlasted him. That's unfortunate for Vwls, but I think he still has the loser's bracket, so... Do I got that right?
Yeah, he still has the loser's
All
bracket.
right.
Ybombb advancing into grand finals, but